Hi friends, this is Gail ONeill, and I teach stamping. I hope you enjoy. An extra plate from the Stamparatus, and I use press and seal. So I'm going to take a piece, and it's nice that Stampin' Up! Sells extra plates. So if you have a craft sheet, you can use it. I didn't want to spend all that money for a real craft sheet, and I use, what are they called? They're for the oven. And it works, but it does stain when you're doing a lot of ink techniques. It's not as smooth as the one you buy for crafts, but it was a lot cheaper. So anyway, press and seal. And let me show you a few that I did today. And then I'll show you how I got them. So these are a few. They all come out different. I did experiment with a few things. This is on Whisper White. Most of these are on Glossy, but they do come out really cool. That, sometimes I have to really stare at it. Can you see the glimmer in that? So I know we don't sell it now, but we did. So a lot of people have this, and I figured here's another use for it. So you're going to get that real stone look to it. We used to use the other ink for that. And then, of course, I was playing with this. What am I going to do with it? So I might put that together. I'm going to show you a bunch of cards, pieces. I have pieces all over. This was on the, not glimmer. Yeah, you know what I mean. The frosted paper. So what I was doing is this is with the markers, with the brush, like when I was painting. But what I would do is whatever was extra on here, I would then take a piece of Whisper White and pick up the extra before I cleaned it off. So you get a little bit of the texture from the press and seal, which is cool. So this one I just love. I need to find a turtle to do something with that. And you'll see the card with this that I made. And that's another pink one. And I do have cards to show you, but I figured let me do some of the techniques. And then I'm going to have all these to play with at some point. And I do keep a basket of, all my extra things from, when I'm making cards. So they come in handy when you're deciding what to do with this. What to make out of it. So I'm going to start with, not the petal pink. I've got ink bottles all over here. I need to mark them better so I can read them. That's the Flirty Flamingo. I want the really light pink. And I did use it. Here it is. Oh, and this is what happens when you put your bottles away and your cover is not good on them, and they leak all over. So don't do that. This is how I keep them in these containers that we sell. So if it's laying down, I'm in trouble. Okay, so the pink, I want some balmy blue, and I want the smoky slate. I've got the brush, and I need my little spray bottle. There it is. And I was losing this all day. So what I'm going to do, and I tried it several ways, and it doesn't matter. Sometimes I spray the alcohol first before I put the drops. Sometimes I mixed it first. Sometimes I did a zigzag. You can really play. What you don't want to do is put, if you're using a darker color, don't put as many drops of the darker color. because that's all you'll end up with. And the gray right there. So I'm just going to do 2 drops of the gray, even though that's a light color. And then I've been finding it easier, instead of squeezing this, to take some alcohol in a spritzer and spritz it. Keep a paper towel handy because you want to clean it. So I go swoosh, swoosh, clean that off a little bit, go into the gray, bring some of the gray up, and then clean it, do the blue, bring some of the blue up, just so they're combined a little bit. And then the glossy, and we smooch. Now you can just do this, you can twist it, turn it. So now all that color is on there. You can let it drip if you want. And I'm going to set this one aside. You can heat it if you want it to go faster. But I just kind of set them all aside each time. So then what I did is I would take a Whisper White and pick up. And if I did a similar color, I would even pick up more on there. So that's a white one. And it dries pretty quick. Then you can just wipe this off and go for the, look at this from today. Could probably make something out of that, right? Okay, so let's do, I don't want to do any reds. I did enough reds for today. If there's a special, I'll look up and see it. But if there's a special combination that you want me to do, I'll look up and check. And then I'll pull those colors. But this is really great to have. Most times I pick my own, colors, just what I like. But, you can go to here and see what looks good together. And if I can, I will share this so that you can download it and have it for yourself. It'll print out on sheets if you want to cut it and punch it and do whatever you can. So this is Daffodil Delight. So I'm going to take some Daffodil Delight. And we'll do some Grapefruit Grove. I'm just like picking colors now. And I think I'll add some green in there. I don't even know what it is. Old Olive. Okay, so this time I'm going to smush it first. And I'm going to go right down into the yellow this time. Then clean it off. And grab some green. And keep them a little bit separate instead of... Spritz it up good. One little white spot. And then that will dry. You can see if you blow it, it starts to get spotty. Alcohol at work. Okay, and then I'm going to grab another white and pick this up. Those come in handy for cutting. Let me pull one card and show you. This one. So the background is the glossy, and then I put that on top. And then I used fun foam, and I put fun foam over the whole sheet. And what I was thinking of doing, let me just wipe that so I can put it down. Also, keep a spray bottle with water. And then you can really clean those colors right off. Okay, so what I was thinking for this one was to take that and then just put, I had something here and it is gone. But just put a word strip over it. Like, it really doesn't need that much more because you do know what it is. You could put another piece of something under it. I'll just grab something, but I almost like it white. Well, I kind of like that. And then put a word strip. But once you start doing it, your mind starts like working. Like, oh, what if I try that? Or what if I cut this piece or that piece? Let me put that aside. And I'll show you. Let's see. You know what I haven't done is purples. Let me grab a purple. So we'll take some Highland Heather, Blushing Bride. Maybe I'll just do those two. I've been doing 3 colors, but let me do just those 2. Or maybe I'll do 2 pinks. So I'll do the purple in the middle, some Blushing Bride, and then powder pink. Let's see how that comes out. It's a lot of alcohol. I think I'll go this direction this time. Can't really tell the difference of the 2 pinks. But I like it. Okay, so we're going to do just the pink and purple, and I'm going to add in, I'm going to leave this, oops, and I'm going to add in some of that frost. And we'll do 1 drop. I should try it with 1 color because you could really swirl this in. Okay, so this has purple on it. So looks like the purple is going to be the one that's really colorful. Really swirly. Ooh, you can see it. Can you see the shimmer in there? It's pretty. Now the other thing you can also do, I should try it with water too, but after it's like almost dry or dry, you can go back and give it a spritz. And it'll change it just a hair. I'm going to try it with water and see if it... See if that changes it. I'll do this one. I also wanted to try glycerin. Oops. I wanted less of a spritz. No, it doesn't make a change. Okay, so we learned something. All right, so then, oh, let me clean some of this up. Now that's really shimmery. So cutting a flower, you know, stamping a flower on part of that and cutting that out would be awesome. All right, so I don't have regular cotton balls, but besides smooching, you can take your alcohol and wet your cotton ball, and then take some ink. Now some people just drop it right down onto the card, but I don't know, I haven't had much luck with that. I find it gets, like, you get that spot. And when we did this years ago, we used to use denatured alcohol, which I would love to try, but I didn't have any. So you get a whole different look depending on... I like that. Ooh. Ooh. What an idea. So now I'm going to take that and as that dries, oh, that's really shimmery. That's pretty. So if you took, oh, I don't have a, oh yeah, I have this. Either stamp on it or, and you know, then put your word. How pretty is that? But the idea is to like do these all at once and just play. And then another day or later that day, you sit down and make cards and then save the rest. Okay, so another thing that I did, I stamped, I don't know if you can see it good, I'll bring it as close as I can, but I stamped in Versamark. I didn't emboss this one, just stamp. So in some places it really didn't show up, but in other places it really did. But it gives such a subtle background. I really, really, really like that. And then this one, I actually stamped it and then embossed in white and then did my smooching. So this one is also absolutely beautiful. But this one, just the way the colors turned out, and they're always going to come out different. Look how this one is drying. And that's with the frost white in it. Pretty. Okay, I think there was one more thing I wanted to show you before I show you the cards. But I don't remember. But you get the idea of you just have to play. So this is like really easy cleanup, but I'm not going to, I'm just going to set it aside in case I decide to do a little more. But you know what? Let me just use the rest. I didn't try this on Whisper White. Ooh, like it. Like it. All right, let's try something else. See, I get going, I can't stop. You can get a lot of cards out of one, depending on what you want to do. So now I have to use half for one thing and half for another. But you see all the different, and there's some pink in there from what's on my fingers. And that's really shimmery also. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh, I'll be posting cards this one is like really, it's almost dry, but it's really that polished stone look. I hope they bring this out in the catalog because I could see a lot of people wanting it. Okay, so let me get rid of this and I'll bring in the cards that I did. Oh, I don't want to get any ink on it. Okay, so you can see this one, that background is glossy underneath, and I just cut with the dies through it. And then I started out doing what I did with the hummingbird, and I really didn't like it. And I stamped on it and didn't like that either. So I have the DSP, the designer paper, which also cuts out, or you could fussy cut it if you don't have the die. But so I put that on top of it, and that's raised with, I don't think I used the foam. I used dots on that one. But just adding, you know, a branch from another die. So that's one. Now this one, that hummingbird really works well with anything. So I just did it with some DSP and just put together a quick card. Okay, and this one I embossed. And if you remember, I showed you that trick with the bow, and you can see that it's stiffer. So I did run the glue down it. It was easier to tie, and it stays kind of stiff. Be great for doing balloons. So that was a quickie with the background, and this was Whisper White. Okay, and then I cut a tree out of this. I didn't finish putting it together, so I may as well. Let's put that together. I'm a little cockeyed. Okay, and this I cut with the die also, and that's Fun Foam. And just did you know, I kind of like that too. So hard to decide. Now I'll have to cut another one and do one way and one the other. I kind of like it like that. My other idea was to do this. Oops. Half and half. Which do you like better, 1 or 2? I'm going to watch for answers. 1 or 2? 1 or 2? I got a 1 and a 2. A 2. 2. Okay, 2 wins. And then I'll do another one with just a 1. So all I did was wrap some twine around here. And then I took our tear and tape and used it like Scotch tape. So you can use it, you know, if you want to glue with it, pull that off, or you just leave it like Scotch tape. But that will hold the ribbon. It will hold it. All right, so we'll put that down. And I think I will go all the way to the edge. And then this is on Fun Foam, so I'm going to take some glue. The biggest thing with any of these techniques is to play and go into your stash, see what you have. I mean, picture not the tree, but something that was in your stash like that. And just have fun with it. You know, things that a lot of people throw out, and if you just save it in a little stash box, but remember that you have it so that you do go to it. At some point, you have to clean it out a little bit and get rid of some stuff. I'm going to sneeze, excuse me. All right, so this is a good guy card. I think I'll save it for the hubby. I made his Valentine card. Oh, another card I didn't show you. It's up on my wall. Hold on. Okay, I don't think he's watching. He's getting pink. But I put, remember all those vellum pieces that I did to show you how it looks under folders? So I put that under here and then just did the outside of the heart. So here's the inside of the heart, and that had all that shimmer. That was one of the ones I played with shimmer. So that's in the pile for something else. Yeah, he's getting a pink card. Because that's what I did. So there's that one. But it's a matter of play, play, play. Give yourself some time. Just sit down and do it. Say, do it. All right, let me get rid of all this, and I'll bring the cards. Let's just look at how some of these dried before I do that. This still has a couple little wet spots, but this one is, oh, I can't wait to do something with it. But even putting just butterflies on it with a little saying. I think, ooh, look what I got. Look what I got. I love my stash. Yeah, we're going to have fun with that one. It's got to finish drying. Okay. But remember, stamps that you have. So any of these backgrounds, you can stamp on them. You can cut them out without stamping on them. And there's my cards for tonight. And as I do, especially when I design these, I will post them. So I could do a few ads now about paper pumpkin and all that, but follow my page and I'll be posting all that stuff so I don't keep you long here. And I will see you Sunday with my motto. I don't know what, but it'll be something. Thanks for joining me. Good night.